No, there's the rookie league and a pioneer league. There's still a couple leagues below.
I just hit go live, so mind your P's and Q's.
My pints and quarts.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Grizzly Gaming 181.
His name. I love my nephew more than anything, but he goes through an identity crisis every other week. It's
Yeah,
every other week. It's
Hey,
a new
dude,
username.
He's trying to figure himself out, bro.
I
He's in
get
that
it.
he's in
Yeah.
that time period. Like, who am I in life?
Yeah.
What kind of man am I?
He's starting to question a lot of things about his life.
I'm still trying to figure out what kind of man I
what
am.
direction he's gonna go.
I know Jose showing up with a Cubs hat out of nowhere.
This is years old. Like when I bought, I don't know why these fitted hats. Why do they shrink? Like they should,
I don't think the hat shrinks, dude.
it shrinks, bro.
I think your head got
Your
bigger.
head, your head swells.
I don't get it. It's the cotton.
I'm gonna call shenanigans. I don't think it's shrunk.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think so
think
either.
your head got bigger.
Tell them McDonald's goes straight to my head.
Are you on Zen's Chromebook case?
Yeah.
What's up, Tim? Hi, Lauren. Hi, Elam. Hi, John.
Oh, what happened?
Apparently, your head got too big for the screen.
And a hat.
Did it just kick you out, or did you close it?
I don't know. It's Vista running on this thing, you know.
There we go. Jose Avocado has joined.
Sorry, it was my Cubs hat.
Daily driven Nissan, what's up? He's gonna punch you with a beer.
Please do.
Coors Light,
Punch me with
please.
a beer.
Coors Light.
No more beers.
Jose, Rob, did you give us the second thumbs down? Is that what that is?
Oh shit,
Did
we
already-
got two already?
Yeah, it's Tim and Rob every week. You know it is.
Yeah, well,
You know it is.
at least you know what to expect.
Yeah.
What's up, Mark? What's up, Sexy Dave? All right, you guys ready? This is going to be a wing it section. That's why I threw Casey on the call.
Yeah, when you
Glad
have
you
Casey on the
Think
show,
of me when you think of winging it.
Mhm.
when you have Casey on the show, it either means we have giant news or we have no news.
It's the latter.
Yeah,
There's no in between for that, huh?
yeah, no.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, it is Monday night, 6:32. We're live. We got a handful of people in the chat room, including Tim and Rob, who have already given us our thumbs down for the night. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you for keeping it consistent. We got Casey on the chat, and Jose made the point that if Casey's on the call, it's either because we have something fantastic to tell you or we've got nothing going on. And I'll tell you right now, we don't have anything fantastic to tell you. So that's just an indication that we got nothing going on. We have another week with no interviews, and I would doubt that any of the three of us had a topic to talk about. So I brought Casey on because there are two things I want to talk to Casey about, and I just figured we might as well do it on the show. And
Well,
make
you'd have to
content.
go wheeling if you wanted to talk about wheeling.
Yeah, no, it's
And I haven't done.
I did on Instagram. I reached out to some guy. I read an article in I don't know some newspaper. It's online. He bought like a ghost town off the 395 up by Bishop. I mean, not quite to Bishop, but he's trying to make it into a rebuild an old hotel. It's like 125 years old and kind of make it a destination thing for four-wheeling, I think. But that guy never got back to me. He probably, again, it's probably one of those things like I made a mistake of sending him the link to the website, and he probably listened to some episodes and went, screw that.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Tim has also sent me some possible guests my way, and nothing has come out of that yet. But keep trying.
And Rob just reminded me that he'd sent some possible topics articles in email, so I'm gonna go see if I can find those right now.
Okay, so people are trying.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
we're still. And guess what? We got Casey.
Yeah, that's, I mean, right now, that's the best we got. But no, I had a reason to bring Casey on. We kind of I was going to bring him on last week to talk about it. So let's start with Casey. Tell us about the stuff you put on your vehicle.
Well, there's only really one thing or two things, I guess. I built some sliders.
He built some sliders. Yeah, I wanted to tell you about it. Wah, wah, wah.
So wait, so let's go back.
Am I supposed to make a noise now?
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait, let's go back. So I've heard, I don't know, maybe this is rumor or not, but I heard the Mighty Frontier took some damage out in King of the Hammers.
It did. And that's why. So, I took Zen out to Cougar Buttes during the Hammers to go watch some of the race out there and stuff. And from where we were camped, you had to head towards where the course was. You kind of had to go through this little rock corridor. And it was just this real simple section where you just kind of had to get up on one rock until you got past one, then you could make a hard right and come down off of it, and you were fine. And I must have done it 6 times, back and forth. And on the last time,
It's always that
I
last
just
time.
cut it
Dude.
too sharp. It's the last one. I cut it too sharp too soon, and it just scratched some of that sticker, the big sticker on the bottom that says Pro 4X.
Yeah.
It scratched that up, and
Now
I was
it's
like, this never
now
would have
it's a
freaking
Poo
happened
4X.
if I had sliders.
It's Poo 4X.
What did that sticker do to the rock, though? That poor rock probably had
Oh, it's gone.
damn
It disintegrated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
It's like a puff of blue smoke. But so I was like, you know what? I'm building sliders this week. So I flew some sliders together.
Wow.
Just like that.
What do they look like? Photos or
It didn't happen.
legit?
I think I took a couple of photos, but they weren't very good. It was like, I'll have to get in the dirt and take some, or because right now it looks like I took the pictures at the mall. So that's not going to be good.
Yeah, it is a Nissan.
Yeah.
How long did it take
And
you
then
to make?
Just do it at the next house. You're gonna cut the yard. in.
Like a day. I built them one day and then painted them and let them dry overnight, and then the next day I welded them on.
Did you paint them bright red like your wheels?
Oh, that would have
I
been.
thought about it. I thought about it, but I think that'd be too much red.
Maybe if you did red and white like candy canes, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You'd be a hit. You'd be a hit around Christmas time.
All right. Well, maybe I'll do
Santa's
that for Christmas.
Santa's helper right there driving down the road.
You should have put LED lights intertwined or something like Christmas lights.
Yeah. And wreaths hanging off of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're just some real simple sliders, nice and tight to the body, because I didn't want big sliders sticking way out.
You have a
Seems
massive,
like a lot of times.
You have a massive
What's
hoop
that?
in the back, like that. Some of those sliders have giant.
No. It's just a real slight taper outwards towards the back. But a lot of sliders I see, it looks like they stick out so far, like you're gonna hit them even when you don't need to. You know what I mean? Like where you might actually clear a rock or something, but you're definitely gonna hit it because your slider sticks out so far. So, not so much for I'm not gonna be pivoting on them. I mean, you never know, but I just don't want to scratch my side anymore.
What was the size of the material? What did you use?
It's like a 2-inch, 2x2 1/4-inch wall, tube running down the rock rail, and then the hoop part is inch and 3/4 round tube.
Did you do? Did you use a square tube for the base?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then round tube off of that.
Okay.
And then the legs going to the frame are also square, 1.5 inch, 3/4, I think.
Oh, so they're beefy, huh?
Yeah, I think they're a little heavier than I wanted them to be, but it's all right.
You like beef?
Look, I'm a
You
little
like
bit
the
heavier
beef?
than I want to
Yeah.
be, and that's just what happens, dude. You're pushing 40, bro.
Yeah, I know.
We've been
So I guess they kind of.
we've been trying to tell Jose it's all downhill from here.
It is, dude.
Oh man, they say it's downhill, but I feel
Isn't
like
that
I'm
supposed to be
constantly
easy?
going uphill.
Yeah. If it's downhill, isn't it supposed to be easier?
It's supposed to be easy. This is not
Yeah.
easy.
It's like it's kind of like a space-time continuum, like it's a riddle or something. Yeah, they call it now. It's all downhill from here, but still feels downhill's bad for you, I guess.
It's bad for the knees.
Yeah, running
Yeah.
downhill is bad on the knees. So I've heard, because
Yeah.
you don't get a body like this by running hills. Right?
Any hills in any direction.
Or running at
Or
all.
running, period.
So Kate, how much do you think it was in material to put those sliders together?
$100.
$100 in
Yeah.
material. Your time's worth about $7.85 an hour. So
Hey, it might be 15 an hour in a
Seven.
couple of weeks.
Make sure you clarify that it's 7.85 an hour, not 785.00 an hour.
Oh shit. Well, that's cool, dude. They came out great. I mean, you said you had to weld them together pretty quick.
Why is that?
Yeah. 'Cause it's on the down low.
You took the restrictor plate off?
Yeah. It just seems whenever I'm trying to build something at work for one of my vehicles or something, I always feel rushed.
They don't let you do it like after hours. Just use it. You can't buy.
No,
They won't do that, even though
not really.
you've
No.
been the Volt employee for how long now?
Yeah, 5 years.
Has it been 5 years?
Yeah, not so much. Just over. Yeah.
Wow. It seems like forever ago that you started working there.
And then the other thing I did was, I don't know if you guys remember in Parker, but
No,
I
don't.
drug my hitch across that entire desert. It seemed like every 5 minutes I just heard that freaking hitch dragging on the ground from all those ups and downs. So I took the hitch off, I cut the receiver part off and welded it to the top. And then I took my license plate off and I cut a hole behind there. And then I put the hitch back in. And then I made a bracket to hold the license plate that goes on top of the receiver, and ordered like a $9 LED light from Amazon and just wired it into the factory light. So now I still have my recovery point, but it's up above the bumper.
Yeah, it like
I'm not gonna
sticks out.
drag it
It
everywhere
like
now.
sticks out behind where the license plate goes. It's actually pretty cool. So he's still got a receiver, but it's not going to drag. Now it's not the low point
Yeah.
of the bumper anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a low point before I put my bumper on. Like my receiver hitch was
Every time.
every
Yeah.
single time I dragged
Yeah.
that thing.
I put the receiver and the electrical on the bumper of the truck, and for the Adventure Expo to tow that trailer.
Oh, that's right. That's
And
right.
then the light socket's gone now. It's because I've drug it so many times. I've got two white wires
remember
just
that.
hanging there.
the Ass Rex one. Dude.
Yeah, the Ass Rex.
wreck
is-
you.
Yeah.
wrecked my.
Yes.
Wrecked my.
I never got any work from that day. Nobody called me about any modeling jobs
Yeah, I mean,
after
dude,
that.
went pretty hard on
It was-
on that photo sesh.
It was disappointing. I thought for
Oh,
sure
man.
like that was where my career was going to take off.
I am telling you that Ass Rex, Casey's photo shoot in Ass Rex is still one of the highlights of 165 episodes. That's still one of the highlights of the entire Trail Chaser adventure.
I don't know. That whole weekend for me was like I was nerding out on all these people we talked to. These were all these YouTube
Yeah.
people that I see on TV, and I'm just like, dude, we're talking to them.
That and you were full of White Claw
And
all
it
weekend.
was a
long.
lot of White
A
Claw.
lot of
A
Claw.
lot of White Claws.
Lot of
Apparently, I
Claw.
looked really drunk on Dave's video. That well, I don't know. I was kind of nervous. It was Dave.
Yeah.
He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, he's kind of a big deal in the YouTube world. So
He's kind of a big deal in the real world, too. If you ask
that
me.
too.
If you ask me. You don't get to be that sexy and not be a big deal.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
That's true.
Okay, so the other thing I want to talk to you about is a half hour ago, I got a picture from my brother. What was that picture of, Case?
He's pregnant?
So probably most people don't know, but our parents were in a car accident a little over a week.
Again.
Are you serious?
Again. Yes.
Oh, damn, dude.
Did I
And
tell you about this?
No.
like, totaled the truck, like the
Oh,
truck
damn,
looks like
really?
it stops at the firewall.
So they were on Big Bear Boulevard, heading like from the village, heading east from the village
Yeah.
back towards Summit.
Yeah.
So traffic in the Big Bear Boulevard's got 2 lanes going east, 2 lanes going west, and the center turn lane.
Yeah.
So the traffic in the left-hand side lane going east starts to slow down. So my dad moved over into the right-hand side lane to continue going forward. Several cars up beyond where my dad changed lanes, one of the cars going eastbound stopped to leave a gap for
West.
someone that was trying to make a left-hand turn, and that person just took it as an opportunity to hook the left-hand turn to go into a
damn.
driveway, not thinking that there was another lane
Yeah.
there. So by the time they cleared the first row of traffic,
Yep.
my
Your dad
dad,
was-
he said he had 10 feet. He hit that at 40 miles.
He didn't even have 10 feet. He was
Yeah.
probably more like 6 feet.
She came across.
Come on, bro. Like, that's not much of a difference. It's like I would never pay $10. I paid $9.50.
Yeah.
So T-boned this other F-150.
At 45.
It was a Ford
He was
on
doing
Ford
45.
crime.
Yeah, Ford on Ford crime.
And this girl hasn't even had her license for a year yet.
Oh wow. I mean, she's driving a big truck though.
So, well, that's why she's in a big truck. Her dad was like, "This one's not too bright. Let's get her a big vehicle."
Yeah. We better get her a tank.
Yeah.
Let's get her a Ford.
So it totaled my dad's
Damn, are they,
F-150.
like, they're good.
Mom got rushed to the hospital. She's okay, just bumps and bruises. Dad's okay.
She's pretty bruised up.
Yeah.
Is your dad's cup all right? That blue cup?
The coffee cup? I don't know. You might have broke the coffee cup.
Oh, dude.
But dude, this is over the last 2 years. This is mom surviving cancer. Dad had a stroke 2 months ago, if that long ago. Prior to that, it was the accident in the Dodge that punctured my mom's lung. Then it was.
Yeah, but that was like 12 years ago.
Was it that long ago? Yeah, I guess it was.
It was
Yeah.
a ways back.
Yeah, and then mom's cancer that she got pulled out of, and then dad has the stroke, and then now this car accident, and so they've had a rough go, man. They've had a really rough go at it the last couple years.
Yeah.
And so mom and dad were in the market for a vehicle, and Casey, you took them down to go shopping.
No, I didn't actually. When we got back up the hill yesterday, they asked Susan if she would drive them down to get a rental car. That way they didn't have to ask us to go up and down the hill all the time. And so Susan was supposed to take them down tomorrow. But I guess Dad just decided, screw it, we'll just take the Jeep down. He didn't want to, because it's like, you don't know if it's going to make it back up or not. If it was downhill, it's still iffy whether or not it's going to make it. So right when I was getting off work, Susan texted me and said, are you off? Because your mom's here. She wants to show you her new truck. And I was like, what? How the hell did they get down the hill? But so I came around the corner, and there's mom sitting there with a brand new Ford fucking Ranger FX4.
Come on, man. You ruined it with the guy. Now I got to bleep it out.
It's a meme.
You're allowed one per episode.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It is the meme. Damn it.
Yeah, it's nice. It's got like I think just test drive mileage on it because I think it said like 90 miles.
That's a lot of test driving, bro.
Well, she also just drove probably a good, half of that on the way
that's
back.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So brand spanking new 2021.
Brand spanking new.
Ford Ranger FX4.
Yep. It's like not quite a burgundy. It's just like a real
It's like
deep red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed that's the color scheme of 2021 because Jeep, their 2021, there's a snazberry color. It's like a deep
The
raspberry.
snazberries taste like
snazberries.
snazberries.
It's like this deep red/burgundy color.
Yeah, I mean, it's just shy of burgundy, and I love burgundy. I love me a good maroon. But
5.
maroon.
They were looking at
I
Gladiators,
like
too.
maroon
That's what
5.
I'm talking about.
They looked at Gladiators, but thought better of that, and came up with the Ford.
Yeah, they were
They knew
considering
I was getting
Gladiators.
one,
I
they're
found them
like,
some
nah.
nice ones.
They're not done wrecking Fords, so let's start piling them up.
Well, I think that was Dad's thing. He's like, everyone's saying it's a miracle you guys walked away from that, seeing what the truck looks like. And so, Dad's like all about Ford. Not that he wasn't already, but
He's
he's
great.
like, look,
I'm
we
gonna
just
start calling your
clobbered
dad-
the hell out of this truck and we're fine. So we're going to get another Ford.
Start calling your dad Gran Torino, dude.
Dude, where'd they get it?
Sunland Ford.
Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't believe Dad because he's always, kind of talking crap about the 4-cylinders. I don't want no stinking 4-cylinder and
God.
this and that.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a hard enough time getting that EcoBoost 6-cylinder.
The
So-
the other day I had a conversation with my mom, and she was talking about how they were looking for a rental car, but Dad wouldn't let her rent anything that was 4-cylinder because he didn't want to have to fight it going up the hill. I'm like, it's not 1927 anymore, dude. The
That's what I
4-cylinder
told him. I says, it's not your car.
Yeah, it's
And
not a Jeep. It's not a '98
Today's
Wrangler.
4-cylinder is like your 1960s 8-cylinder. It's like the same amount of power.
Yeah, it's just efficient. It's even more efficient.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why he's stuck in like the 70s and 80s, when you had to have a V8 to get over 200 horsepower and you needed to get up a mountain or whatever. That's probably, from experience.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
I was talking to my family or my dad about that the other day. Like, cars are crazy now. You get, like my brother's. That reminds me, my brother wrecked his Hellcat.
Oh no!
He totaled it.
No,
He totaled it.
doing something dumb.
What was the over under that was gonna?
Yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. It was like even odds. You weren't going to make any money on that.
Yeah.
But we were still talking about, you can get 700 horsepower out of a stock vehicle, or even, when I was in high school, if you wanted something with 300 horse, it had to be like a 68, or late 60s pre-smog American V8, and even that was kind of a lot. Like, dude, you were pretty awesome if you had 300 horses back in those days. And then the 70s and 80s hit, and it was just trash.
Yeah.
There was just nothing.
Fuel
Everything
embargo.
sucked.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the internet came.
So
along.
yeah, it's not like that anymore. Now you get turbo 4-cylinders, 300 horse,
Mhm.
easy.
Yeah,
So-
I'm really surprised that they went with the Ranger because I had mentioned that to Dad a couple times and he didn't want to hear it. So
Well, he was excited about it when it was first coming out. I'm not sure, what changed his mind, but yeah, he was really excited about it, and then he got real turned off about it like right away. I think before you got your Ranger, he was already over it.
yeah, I offered to sell him mine for cheap.
I know. I told him.
You
I told him.
he didn't want it. It's all done up, ready to go.
I said Cody's looking to get the new Nissan Frontier, so he needs to dump that Ranger.
Well, I really thought Jose was going to be the one to get the Frontier. Now I'm not sure he's going to go that route. I don't know what he's going to do yet. I think we still have some time to convince him.
He's shaking his head. What did you come to a conclusion of some sort?
Well, it was already made. I was just still contemplating if the Frontier was going to make the cut or not. But nah, I'm pretty dead set this
You're
week.
not gonna wait.
This
You're just gonna
week,
get
yeah.
the Gladiator.
Yeah, I'm dead set on it this week. That, Gladiator, I just keep going back and forth on what trim level, Mojave or Rubicon.
You're not even messing around. What about like a 1-year-old Gladiator?
That's the thing, dude. They're like Tacomas, right? Like you're not saving money by buying a used one.
No, CarMax doesn't have them for like 10 grand less.
No, if any, dude, I don't get it. Like some used Jeep Gladiators are worth more than a new one. How does that work?
I'm no math scientist. I don't know. I'm no car scientist either. I don't know.
How does the posi track in a '69 Plymouth work? it just does.
It does. So this week it's the Gladiator.
Yeah, and actually, a listener reached out to me on Instagram. Let me get my reading glasses here. I'm almost to that point, by the way.
Dude, I'm so past that. A 2020 Jeep Gladiator Overland is only 44 with 5,000 miles on it. I don't know what an Overland is.
It's like the Sahara version,
Is
like
it?
the luxury one.
Is it okay?
A brand new Rubicon starts at 45.
Dang.
Yeah, I don't understand, dude.
Dude, here's a 2020 Jeep Gladiator Sport lowered with some dope diggity dog
Oh,
rims
lowered?
for 38.9.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
39.
boy.
So so I don't know if he wants me putting out
Is
their name. So a listener reached out to me, slid into my DMs.
this a listener we know?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think so. Maybe
Who is it?
his name's Roaming Mojave.
Okay. What up, Roaming Mojave?
And he's like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's like, "I thought I'd share my thoughts on the next truck because he's like, I listened to the last episode. I recently bought a Jeep Gladiator Mojave. Before I had a Bronco on order for the summer, but I canceled after test driving the Mojave. The truck is amazing. It's packed with Fox 2.5 with reservoirs front and back, and it has it has bump stops too.
Okay. The hydraulic bump stops?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It has reinforced frame and cast iron knuckles. 33 stock and 1 inch of lift over the Rubicon, and he plans on going with 35s. You can just throw 35s on it. No, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mojave trim starts in the low 40s, and they are more affordable than a Rubicon. So you could probably get a.
You only get the front. You only get the rear locker.
So yeah, so I was talking to Cody about this at lunch. Yeah, so I keep going back and forth because I like the fact that the Mojave is like a better built up like truck because it's made for the abuse.
Yeah.
But you're also losing some of the capability
But
of a front locker and disconnecting sway bar.
yeah, and I will tell you, of the other 3 people on this call with you, none of us have a front locker or disconnecting sway bar.
Dude, the Cruiser didn't have any locker.
I know,
for the
that's what I'm
longest
saying.
time.
Like,
so
having a rear locker, to me, having the rear locker is, I don't want to say it's the minimum, right? But like we talked about earlier, I'm at the point where I want a locker. Damn it, I want a locker.
Well, it's the
I don't want to
easy
have to
button.
worry about it.
the Rubicon has 2 easy buttons.
Yeah, and I think if you had, as long as you have a rear locker, it's going to be. Look, dude, we talked about this. You're going from a 1902 Model A Toyota to a brand new Gladiator. I don't think you're going to be disappointed, no matter what
It
vehicle
has
you choose.
CarPlay in it. I don't have to carry my speaker.
What are you going to
around
do with
anymore.
that speaker, that JBL
I'm gonna
speaker?
bring it to the office.
Oh
bro.
man.
We should give it away as a prize.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
No, that thing was too much.
That'd be
bro.
awesome.
I'm not giving that away.
But yeah, I don't know that you have to have the front locker. I mean, all of the amenities of the Rubicon would be fantastic, but
Yeah.
I don't think if you bought the Mojave or even the Sport with no locker for that matter, it's not like you're gonna be like, dude, I can't go wheeling with you guys anymore because you know what I mean?
No, not at all. It's just if I'm going to spend all that money, I kind of want to. I want to get the most for my dollar, right?
Yeah,
And
that's why you should get the Frontier.
Like I said, I want to get the. No, and I don't think the Frontier is going to be out when I'm ready to buy,
Yeah.
and I'm worried about the aftermarket support. Like it's like a gamble. Like it might ignite like all the companies to invest in it, but if it doesn't sell well, it's gonna be hard finding parts.
And it's a brand new truck. It's unknown. It's got a year to work out bugs, all that stuff. I mean, I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And then the whole Jeep thing, like, dude, the aftermarket support is you can literally change anything you want.
Yeah, you can go to Pet Boys and get angry eyes like today.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to need to do much to that Mojave.
No.
I don't
Or
think so
Rubicon,
either. Dude, I've seen all the videos on YouTube that talk about it. Apparently, it just drives so well right off the showroom.
Supposedly that Mojave is like just shreds the desert, man.
But that's not Jose's thing, though. That's the part I'm struggling with. It's the diversion of Jose from being the monolith to he's just a wait.
He had to be the monolith.
Yeah,
he didn't have an option.
All right, then who's gonna?
But that's not to say you can't do other stuff in it just because it excels in the desert. You can still take it on.
What I'm saying is, if he has a vehicle that can go fast,
he's worried
he's not going to want to be in the back. Yeah.
Well, I like being in the back.
That's what she said. So who's going to take up the rear if Jose's not back there?
The next slowest vehicle, which is you.
No. I'm certain that's not the case.
No, I'll still be back there, dude. I'll be bringing up the rear.
All right, well, we'll see.
He'll be back there, and then he's going to come flying up next to all of us just to make sure that we all know what he's capable of doing in that new rig. Yeah. And then he'll fall back to the back, and then like 15 minutes later, he'll just go blowing past all of us again.
I'll show you. I'll give you guys little glimpses of the capability.
All right. Well, and like you said, that's this week. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
next
I don't know
week.
when next week's coming.
Yeah. Well, it's this week until you sit down with someone that shows you what your payment's going to be.
Yeah, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep my Toyota.
Yeah. He's going to go, you know what? I don't even like this thing.
Hey, you know what? I don't even want a new car. I'll keep my JBL speaker, dude.
That's so. What'd you say that Mojave starts at?
Low 40s.
Low. What is a low 40?
Like 42. Everything's so damn expensive now. Everything's 40 plus.
Is that with a soft top, hard top?
I think it's a soft top, but I want a hard top.
I wouldn't get a soft top.
Yeah, do not. Dude, I spent years and convincing myself that the soft top was cool, and then it is not.
Look, I get it. A lot of people buy Jeeps because they can take the top off. I can guarantee you right now, that top is never coming off.
Nope.
Maybe those panels.
I think most people that have like JKs, with you take the top off, they never take the top off.
Yeah.
No, I'm telling you right now, dude, it's never coming off. I know those two panels are easy to take off.
The Freedom panels.
Yeah, are those? They have it in your JK, right, Casey?
Yeah.
Are they a pain in the ass to take off, or are they like?
No, it's a couple of like knobs that you just turn like 90 degrees, and then two screws, and they pop right off.
Okay.
Yeah, but that black Freedom Top 3-piece hard top is an extra $1,500.
It is. That's what usually drives the price. And if you want LED headlights.
So it starts at 44. You just add the hard top.
No, you can find some that have the hard top for that price.
Jeep.com says the
Mojave
with a hard top is 47. Estimated finance for 72 months is $662 a month. What's
Again.
that? What's that say? That's with a $4,700 down payment.
Woo!
Again.
So
I might just be in the Toyota again.
So let's assume somebody had $10,000 to put down as a down payment. That would take your financed amount to $37,130 for 72 months.
You're still looking at like
$580. Yep. Yeah,
I do these numbers every day, dude. All right, I play the numbers every single day.
That's funny. While you're at work?
No, I actually don't have time. I actually don't. Yeah, I mean, just tell that to my boss. But,
yeah.
No, so I keep flip-flopping back and forth, but I like the fact that the Mojave's just overbuilt a little bit, and so the only two differences, like the main differences, what some people might see as like a downgrade, is the transfer case is not as low. Mm-hmm. It's not 4-to-1, it's 2.72 to 1, and the front locker and sway bar.
But the type of wheeling that we do more
It's-
long,
yeah, it's
fast
just long-
desert
yeah,
stuff
for
than we
sure.
do rock crawling.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm just
And that's
saying,
not
like,
to say you can't rock crawl in the Mojave.
that's
No.
true, and it's not to say you can't bomb through the desert in the Rubicon. It's just out of the
Yeah.
box. Out of the box, the Mojave's just made for the desert.
Mark is
Yeah.
saying, starting at the low 40s for the Gladiator, you can get a Super Duty for the same. Mine was 43 and got it out the door at 48.
Bro, Mark, I love the truck, but I just can't.
It's the blue oval, dude.
It's the blue oval, dude. It ain't happening.
And Adam's trying to sell you on it. He's like, before the rebates.
Yeah.
And then Mark's like, go full size.
Yeah, and then Adam's, Jeep is awesome, dude. Like,
Adam's Jeep is very awesome.
and he has a sport. And he's like, dude, I've done everything
It's a
you
sport.
guys have done.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly.
He's like, I don't even have lockers.
Again, we talked about like any vehicle you get, whether it be the Frontier or the Gladiator, it's going to be an upgrade from where you're at today. And anything above like just a standard 4-wheel drive is going to be bonus. I agree with Dave. Dave in the chats, get the locker, get the rear locker in anything you get.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the conversations Matt and I had when he was looking for his Frontier. I was like, for me, it's easier to pull the trigger on the locker when you buy it than to try to add it later.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because I had my experience with adding the re-gear and stuff, and I had a bad experience.
Yeah, you did.
At that shop, and I don't want to go through that again. So if I can just get it off the showroom floor with lockers and everything ready to go, then I will go that way.
So what else? Not that you
Yeah.
need, but I mean, so the Gladiator, you can get the Gladiator with the rear locker.
Yep.
You can get the Frontier with the rear locker.
Yeah, you
The
can get a
Ranger,
Tacoma,
the Tacoma,
the ZR2,
and the ZR. So yeah, I mean, basically
everything has
everything except the Ridgeline. You can get the rear locker. Shy says the Hummer EV has it all. Shy, I'm down with you, dude. If that Hummer EV was available, dude, that thing looks
Yeah, well,
awesome.
do you know how much that thing cost?
Probably a lot.
120.
Shy, owe me some money.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to get one.
I'll get that car, and then I will be living out of it
Yeah.
because I won't be able to afford my house.
Yeah,
And I'll be bumming electricity off of you guys. Hey, can I charge my car
Honda-
real quick?
Hey, Honda doesn't offer a locker in the Ridgeline?
No, it's an all-wheel drive. We were
it's-
looking at it
yeah,
the
it's
the
not-
other day.
It's not a four-wheel. It's not a true four-wheel drive. It doesn't have
yeah,
a transfer
it's
case.
all-wheel
Yeah.
drive. But it seems to be getting a lot of. It seems to be getting Corey's comment. No comment, Corey. I don't know what to tell you about that, bro. There's nothing I can do about that.
Can be if you want it to be.
It's funny. Corey hit me up on LinkedIn. We were having a conversation. You made a comment about you, and I was like, I didn't know if anybody caught that in the comments.
I don't think so.
And we were kind of vague about it, but he picked up on it.
Of course, that's what Matt would think about.
Matt,
when he was
grinders like
grinding.
sandwiches. Yeah.
He's like, where?
But so maybe that's what I would do. I would create a spreadsheet if I were you, Jose, and I would do a
there's no
spreadsheet
need.
on
There's no need.
all of the vehicles with a rear locker, and then put whatever amenities are important to you. And then see which ones check the box, which ones have all those things, you know what I mean? And what your total dollar value is. See, what you do is you assign a point value to each one of those amenities so that when you check the box, the cells will automatically calculate the total score for each one of those vehicles.
Yeah,
you want me to do that? I can help you with it.
I can already tell you. You're like, I have one. Dude. I made one. I bought all of my cars.
Oh, man.
Here.
That seems like way too much work.
No, I'm pretty dead set on the Gladiator. I want to go in. I want to dive into just head first into this off-roading thing, and the Jeep. Jeep is the brand to do that, right? It's a lifestyle thing, and I want to get a duck. Isn't that a thing in the Jeep world? Leaving ducks on your Jeep.
What?
Yeah, that's a new thing.
It is. I think people are doing that. They're getting like rubber duckies and they're putting them up on the dash.
Why?
Because they like your Jeep.
Something to do with horsepower or something. I don't know.
So they leave a duck.
You squeeze the duck. It's supposed to make it go faster.
I guess. I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's a Jeep thing. None of us would ever understand it.
Which is so funny because Casey, you and I were Jeep people for how long?
I know.
How many years? 20 years?
Yeah. Well, there's still one in my family, and I still work on them every single day.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, asking about that. How hard is it to install like a lift kit on one of these things, dude?
It's easy.
Is it?
We could do it in an afternoon.
Yeah. Cool.
You got to give him 10 grand though, Jose. Right. It's $10,000.
Hey,
Roll that in
installation.
Roll into my
Installation
payment.
your
starts.
finance.
Yeah.
Yeah, installation starts in the low 40s.
Okay. Damn. That's a hell of an installation,
with
dude.
some 40s.
Yeah.
Some 40,
Yeah, it's 40 for 40.
Low 40s. Yeah.
Colt 45,
Cobra.
some Cobra. There you go. I'm running low on my 40s.
And what do you think, Casey?
So,
what do you? And if I do end up,
Go ahead.
let's say I do end up getting a Gladiator, right? And I say I was able to acquire a lift. Do you think I should just go all out and get 37s on it right off the bat?
Well, I mean, why not? If you can fit them, I mean, if I
Yeah,
could put
but
37s on my truck right now, I would do it.
Jose, how much money does your new job pay? Because you're just
Yeah, it wasn't
It ain't
Hold
that
it
much.
Let's just say I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of favors.
wow.
38.
Well, I
So
think
you did really good on your under the desk test.
Yeah, I did. I didn't. I got the job, dude. My resume. My resume didn't speak highly of myself, so I had to go to my strengths.
if you got the Rubicon or the Mojave, you can already fit large tires under there.
You
don't
can
even
fit
need a lift,
35.
really.
You can fit 35s, like right off the bat.
on the Rubicon. Technically, you could put some 37s on there.
Like no
The way it
lift.
sits.
Really?
Yeah,
Because the Mojave's even an inch taller than that.
yeah.
Yeah, but,
But
I mean, it's also going to be your daily driver.
That's the thing, so-
I mean, you're driving.
No.
You're driving how many miles to
Yeah.
work and back every day? That's
a lot.
So the minute you
I-
put 37s on there, you've now got less gas mileage than the tank you're
That's-
driving today.
That's the thing. I gotta walk the fine line of like it has to be convenient too. I can't just make it into an all out off road thing. I already have that.
Yeah. Yeah, and he said that
Yeah.
he's going to keep the Land Cruiser and only wheel the Land Cruiser, and this new vehicle is just going to be his daily driver.
Yeah,
How long do you think that lasts with the Gladiator?
The Gladiator is gonna be a mall crawler, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a true Jeep.
It's a true Jeep. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Starbucks in it and yeah.
Yeah, and then Dave is trying to convince him
Yeah,
for
he's trying to
3.5 lifted 38s, and I drive mine every day, get 17 miles per gallon. I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second.
I do.
You think?
He re-geared his truck.
Oh yeah, I guess
Yeah.
if you regird it, yeah.
Well, my boss he's had 37s on his for a long time, and he said with that 8-speed trans, it really
That's
didn't care.
Yeah.
He did finally re-gear it to 513s, but he was driving around on the stock gears for a long time with 37s.
There you go. See, a lot to think about, guys. a lot of hypotheticals going on right.
Yeah. Have you received
But
a paycheck yet?
John
No.
G is right though.
What's up?
John G's right though. You have to program. You can't just slap bigger tires on it and roll it around. It'll whack out. You got to get a programmer.
Yeah, I didn't
and
program my
tell
Land
the
Cruiser.
computer.
Tell that to my Land Cruiser, bro.
Yeah. Well, first you got to put a computer in the Land Cruiser, and then you could program it.
It has like one of those old Texas Instruments calculators as a computer, dude.
It's got a speak and spell.
Yeah.
Just some big buttons.
Yeah, it's just
It's got. I saw this thing that had the Ford Mustangs in the early, what was it, late 60s, early 70s, that had the sequential turn signals, the three lights. That was actually done by a motor. When you turn the switch
Yeah,
on,
I saw that.
the motor would spin and click relays, click click click. Click, click, click. I thought that was hilarious. Like it wasn't resistors or diodes. It was a physical motor flipping relays off.
they
of it.
still do that today, but it doesn't have the motor.
No. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Jose's received a single paycheck from his
I
new
have
job
not.
yet,
No,
and
I
here
have
he
not.
is
I'm already-
going to visit the
Talking
Jeep
about
dealership.
3.5-inch lifts and
That-
38s.
That money's already spent, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
I like your style, Jose.
Exactly.
Go for it.
Yeah, just go for
Go
it. dude.
for it.
YOLO. Do the kids
Swing.
still say that or no?
I don't know.
I don't.
I don't.
Yogurt. What? Swing hard, see what happens. That's my motto.
Just win.
Okay.
Yeah, cliche after
Yeah.
cliche.
We just take it one day at a time. Good Lord
know.
willing, come out on top. It's all. What is it? LaLouche, Lelouch. So we will wait and see. What's the time frame? You said July.
June. Hopefully
June?
June. Yeah.
Damn.
It's 3
March,
months away,
April,
dude. That's
May,
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
Dude, that's gonna be here tomorrow.
I'm gonna be 36, dude.
You gotta get it before Mojave, so you can have.
Oh, if you're gonna get the
that-
Mojave, you
yeah.
have to get it before the Mojave, dude.
That's when May?
Yeah.
The Mojave?
and the May.
It's the last week of May.
You're right, dude. That might be. Some plans might have to be.
It's just a
pushed
week,
up.
technically.
It is. It
You
is.
just get
It
it.
is because this year I think it's like the 28th or 29th.
Yeah, it's the
Is it
last
the
week
same-
of May.
Is it the same day
Hey.
every year?
I ran the Renegade without having plates, without having made the first
Yes.
payment yet.
Wow.
The first Mojave trip that he went on, literally, you had it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then he took
Yeah.
it on the Mojave, destroyed the wheels, and had to bring it back to my.
Yeah,
my
he flooded it.
No. That
He
was
Christmas
that was the
trees,
second time the flooding. No, that was the first time.
Yeah.
But
No, it was the second time.
the first time
Second
The
time.
first time,
was the tires. We
the
aired
first
it.
time we went the other direction.
Did you hear about this? We
Yeah.
aired it down and bombing through the desert. Those mini little.
the side,
yeah.
the side
he
walls.
wore all the rubber off the sidewalls.
You saw the,
It
They
the
look like
wires?
white walls.
It looked like white walls
Oh,
when he got
wow.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was dirt. Like, oh, look at that dirt stuck to the
Yeah,
side.
how,
And then,
how come the dirt's not coming
Oh.
out?
Yeah.
nope.
My sister was so happy when he got home.
Yes, I'm
She
certain.
was ecstatic with
I'm
the condition
certain
of her Jeep.
that went over well.
Matt, can you just like reenact how that conversation went when you got to your house and shorted the wheels?
Yeah, I was so hungover, I don't remember.
No, that's right. 'Cause that was the same weekend of the infamous
The
gas.
gas?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was the same weekend.
What are we doing this year? Are we meeting up Saturday and doing like Saturday night, Sunday night?
How many days away is the Mojave Trail case?
17?
Is it more than 6 hours? If it's more than 6
Yeah,
hours,
probably, I
I don't
guess.
have a plan.
A little
tell you
more.
right now,
All right.
if it's more, my life is 6 hours at a time right now. That's as far as I can
Okay.
plan.
Dominic Toretto.
Yeah, it's I don't know what the plan is.
He lives his life quarter mile at a time.
So May 31st is
yeah.
Memorial Day.
So it's the last day of May.
See?
Come on, dude. What do we
Do
need?
it.
What do we need to do? Who do we need to convince? You want to make a
just
call?
need to drop
We'll
him
call-
off at the
we'll-
Jeep dealer.
We'll call her right now live. We'll call her right now and explain to her that it has to be May.
Yeah. Like that NSYNC song? I'm just kidding.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I got that one, Jose. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt and I are over 45, so we didn't get that.
So yeah. So damn. That's a couple months away, dude. So yeah, so what's the plan this year? Are we doing which way are we running it? Are we running east or west to east?
I liked it east to west. I liked
Me too.
bombing out there that morning, not staying in Laughlin, which I know Matt's going to protest. I liked going out, not staying in Laughlin, and hitting and doing 2 nights back, as opposed to spending 1 night in Laughlin and then 1 night in the desert. I don't give a shit about Laughlin. I don't need to go to the bar. I don't need to go to the poker
I
table.
have to see my peeps and let them know I'm okay. They're worried about me. They don't have internet there. The only time they ever see me or know I'm okay is when I have to show up.
So
My
I
Colorado
thought that was
bill-
good last year too, Cody.
Yeah, I like just I'd rather spend the 2 nights out in the desert than 1 and 1.
yeah, I think Matt might get overruled. Yeah, so we just took off.
Go the other way.
We took off Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. All of us went out there, hit the desert, hit the trail Saturday morning, spent Saturday night in the desert,
Yeah.
which is the 29th. went to Razor Road on Sunday, spent the night on Sunday on the 30th, and then came home on the 31st. And see, Adam agrees with us. I think
I like that it was a shorter drive home.
Yes.
Once we were done.
Yes. So Matt, look, why don't you can go to Laughlin on Friday.
I was just gonna say that.
You can go to Laughlin on Friday.
Lose your ass.
Do your thing. Whatever it is you need to do, whatever it is you need to blow out, just blow it out.
Whoa.
And then we'll radio you when we get close. You can meet us at the trailhead on Saturday morning.
Ain't nothing like blowing it out in Laughlin. I gotta tell you guys.
Well, once you go to Laughlin,
Hey,
you're gonna have to blow it out, regardless.
Hey, you ever get blown out in Bullhead, dude? You ain't living. You ain't living.
Corey votes 2 nights in the desert. Scott says if you do Laughlin first, you can buy fireworks and drive them through the dirt border. Freedom, baby. And Rob, we're doing it that we're just saying we're doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday, for Laughlin.
You think my new employer is gonna scoff at the fact that I'm already gonna take a Friday off?
We're doing Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We're not taking Friday off.
Oh, okay. Then okay.
Yeah, we'll take off. We'll take off Friday morning. I mean, I'm sorry, Saturday morning early, like we did last time.
Yeah,
Get
that's
out
right,
there.
that's right.
I think we left here like we met up at 7. Got out there by lunchtime. Remember, we had lunch at the trailhead. Got there at 11.
Well, we didn't really do the trailhead. We did the
That little side.
By lunch, he means we had beers.
Yeah.
that was like Graff or Geffen Road.
Goff,
Goff.
yeah.
Goff.
Geffen Road. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Was
that's
it
what it
Metro
was.
Golden? Was it the Metro Golden Myers Highway?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So, Shai's saying 3 nights in the desert. I mean, we technically could go all the way out to the desert and just camp Friday night, leave Friday after work, drive out to someplace in Laughlin, spend the night Friday night, have everybody meet us there. Anybody that's coming, meet us there Saturday morning. And then kind of like we did for Parker.
That's the real trailhead because, we always going to get lost in that ridge line and then end up taking that tight, cool little, that trail back to the trail.
Yeah.
It's happened like every time.
Every time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
and it's fun.
If we went all the way out to that actual trailhead, Matt, that you're talking about, there's plenty of places to camp right there. So we could just have everybody meet.
Yeah, like next to the highway.
That's what I'm saying. Like right off the highway, right on that big open area, we could just say, hey, everybody meet here Friday night. Those that are coming out Saturday, be there by 10 o'clock Saturday morning, and then we can just take off from there.
Yeah, because you get more Mojave time.
Yeah.
You can see more stuff.
And from there, Matt could do the 20-minute drive into Laughlin if he needed to go to the Avi if he needed to.
I've never been to the Avi.
I don't know that I have either.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Me and Casey hitting up the Avi, dude.
Getting blown out in the
We don't even hit the trail.
I'll leave your asses. I'll leave your asses again.
Fuck it. I'm just
gonna
drive home.
If you guys go together, are you guys gonna get blown out at the same time, or is it a
two
one
for one
deal?
double blown out.
Double blowouts, dude.
Double blowouts. Hey, the second one's half price. The second one's
Buy
half
one
price.
get one. Buy one get one.
It's 2 for 1. 2 for 1 blowouts.
I got a Tijuana story that's about. I got a Tijuana story about 2 for 1 that I'll have to tell off the air. That's a campfire story right there.
It's
Oh,
statute of
man.
limitations have passed. You're good.
Is there gummy bears in it?
No, this is well before the gummy incident.
Okay.
So I'm open for that. I don't have a problem with Friday night, like leave work early Friday, get out there, camp, have anybody that's going to meet us either Friday night or Saturday morning, meet at that campsite at the trailhead, and then head out from there, and then do the same 2 nights on the desert, in the desert, one night in a campsite. I liked the last campsite. Did you guys, the first night campsite that was back in that hill?
Yeah, it was like that little abandoned ranch.
Yeah.
Like
Were you guys
homestead.
cool with that?
Yeah.
we could go there again and then stop at Razor Road the second night. And like to Casey's point, I love the fact that Razor Road's 30 minutes from the highway, 20 minutes from the highway, and you're on your way home.
Yep. And then you never see Matt again.
Yeah. So that, I mean, I guess that's our initial plan for Mojave right now.
You know us guys, like it's the week of, hey, we're still doing it, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just meet here.
Yeah.
Drop this pin and just meet us there.
Now that I think about it,
Hold on. Pump the
Ruh-roh.
brakes.
I may or may not have committed to something with my wife that included travel time during the month of May, and I don't remember when it was. Lately, Tammy has been taking advantage of the fact that I don't have time to really pay attention, and so she's sending me messages about things at work. And my response is just, yeah, okay, whatever, cool, babe, thanks. And I put the phone back down. And then later at dinner, I realized that I've committed to something that I didn't really know that I committed to. But now that we say it, I do remember having a conversation about something happening in May. And
Are you good?
yes, it's earlier in May.
Okay.
It looks like it's earlier in May, the first week of May. So I should be good.
All right, well, just dodge the bullet there.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough conversation. She knows better, I think. She knows. So you're going to have your Mojave by then.
Yep.
Am I going to have my Bronco by then?
I don't know. They're not coming out till
July.
late summer, right?
Yeah. So I got, just like many people, and I know a couple people in the chat room, I got the call from the dealership that said, hey, your reservation for your Bronco, we need your build list so we can get it ordered. And now I'm wondering if I want it.
So I've never done that. I've never placed a car on order and then
Me neither.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me neither.
What does that mean? Like you just build it out?
Yeah, he wants me to go to the Bronco website, the Ford Bronco website, and go, okay, this is it. And then at the end of it, you get that summary.
Right.
And he's like, just email me that, and then we can look at the build out and get it ordered for you. So
isn't there like a pay here, like PayPal option on the website? Like, here's where you put your money down.
Well, I already put my money down. I already put the $100 down.
$100, yeah, that's good. They're going to just go ahead and build it off that $100.
No, well, that's the point. Is that now?
Yeah, because they know even if the guy or whoever orders it doesn't end up buying it, they're going to sell it.
Yeah, they're not going to have a problem selling it.
No.
But when I had originally did the reservation, I did the 4-door Badlands.
Right, that's the one I had built.
Yeah, and I'm trying to convince Tammy to get it as her daily. And so far, I don't think I've gotten the enthusiasm.
Man, the Sisson clan's going all in on Ford, huh?
Yeah, you can't be committed to Ford. Like, what's going to happen if it rains too hard, or I don't know.
That's what I'm worried about with the.
Yeah, he's got the Gladiator. That's you can't get the Wrangler wet.
But I mean, think about your vision problems, like with the glass. The Broncos probably got 4 panes of glass that are all kaleidoscope style.
Funhouse mirror.
How you gonna have?
I got my funhouse window fixed.
It's like the family funhouse Fords.
Well, I'm hoping my wife drives this because if I stand next to her car, it'll make me look thinner because the window's all warped. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
You need that funhouse mirror to make your Ford look like a Frontier is what you need.
Yeah.
Brand new Frontier
or Gladiator.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts, just in general, as a general question to the group?
Do it.
The truck versus the SUV. So I love my Ranger. I have 0 issues with my Ranger. I want to keep the Ranger, but for me to get this Bronco, I'd have to let go of the truck and get an SUV.
It's time.
I mean, how long? A year?
Time.
I've had it a year.
Yeah.
I had the Tacoma for 3 years.
Hey, by the time that the Bronco actually shows up, it'll be way past time. It'll be like, what am I doing with this piece of crap Ranger? I need something new. I need something new.
I think you would like the SUV, but I think you would also not like the SUV.
That's the thing. Like, I would miss the truck.
I don't know, dude.
So
Being able to just throw
okay,
your
so-
shit in the back and like not having to cover it up and it's not gonna get all dusty.
yeah.
That's a pretty big deal, dude.
Yeah, but you're getting a
So when
Gladiator.
we went,
Yeah, but I already have an SUV.
hey, when we went to Ocotillo for the winter expedition 2 years ago, and it rained and rained and rained, and most people had trucks, and I had my Grand Cherokee. Everything I had was dry. Everything I had was clean.
Well,
It was
maybe
great.
not clean.
But I saw like you and Matt trying to cover everything with tarps and plastic bags and shit like that. It was nice, but with an SUV,
Are you sure you
There's
saw
only-
me doing shit like
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
Because
not doing
Oh, yeah.
you don't give a shit.
there's a limit to how much space. Like your truck bed, if you need to pile it up to above the cab of your truck, as long as you strap it down, it's fine. But the SUV, there's the amount of space you have, and that's it. Otherwise, you got to start bolting shit to the outside.
That is true.
Yeah, no, I 100%. That was why I went from the Grand Cherokee, and that Grand Cherokee has 10 times more room than a Wrangler. Remember, I went from
Yeah.
the TJ to the Grand Cherokee because I wanted more room, and then went from the Grand Cherokee to the truck. What's up, Joe? Speaking of strapping shit to your Jeep, no joke. Joe K had to go buy a trailer because he had already put on the rear basket, the tire basket, and the roof rack, and he still filled it all up. Like,
But
I'm-
he's got a family of 12 that are eating, you know. It's,
No, he
It's just
he
science
travels
right
with
there. That's math.
enough food for 12, but it's only 2.
it's only him and Justin.
well, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Remember last year we took Susan's car, her Jeep on the Mojave, and it was just me, her, and Zen. And
Oh yeah, you guys
I
had that thing
was-
packed, dude.
I was loading that thing, and then it was full, and I turned around, and there was still another pile of shit. And I said, "We're not taking that stuff
Whatever's in that pile is
because there was no room. It was packed all the way to the ceiling in every nook and
Dude, there
cranny.
was no room in that Jeep.
I had stuff at my feet while we were driving around. Like,
that's the
I don't
thing.
know.
That's the thing I'm worried about is you know,
and there's not going to be much room in that Bronco.
I wonder if it's more or less than the JK or the JL. But so to your point,
I bet
Jose,
you it's similar.
It's
similar.
probably similar.
To your point, I could put a camper shell in the back of the Ford
Yeah, me
and have
too.
every one of those amenities you're talking about, being able to throw stuff in the back of the truck without a problem.
When I get a Gladiator, I can do that too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. But like, but I want
Later, Rob.
Mark
Later, Rob.
full size. Later, Rob.
Yeah,
Mark whispers full size.
I know, dude.
Dude.
See you, Rob.
I don't think I have. I don't think I have the ganas to pull that off like you do. I don't have the balls to make it happen. I would probably wreck it. I don't think I'd be able to drive it like Kevin does or like Mark does.
Well, Mark's like, hey, I can fit a Ranger in the bed of my truck.
And he says he's got the short bed. You keep saying
Yeah.
you keep saying he's got the
Bro,
long.
I could have swore he has that like 7-foot bed.
I thought it was a 12-foot elongated version. It was
Yeah.
definitely the.
I thought he had the 8-foot bed, but
Maybe it's just because he's so tall and thin that it just makes the truck look longer. I don't know. But I think, like, I'm struggling to. I want the Bronco, but I don't want it. I don't want to get rid of my truck, and there's no way I can have both unless I can convince my wife into getting
the only
Bronco.
problem is if you put a camper shell on the truck, it takes the truck away. It's not the functionality of a truck.
Yeah.
You can just throw shit in the back.
Yeah,
of it.
the argument would be though I can take the camper shell on and off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I got just a simple no window clamp on one as a basic
Put one of those service things.
The service bodies,
service
yeah.
bodies in the back of your truck.
you know, I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know that I'm ready to go back to an SUV and not have it. It would be different if I drove a company vehicle still and I had a truck, or if I had my my personal full size truck and then I had this like I did back in the day. But back in the day, I had a full size truck that I was making payments on. My Jeep was paid off. Like you know, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't in a
Yeah.
position to make two payments. you know, so I just don't know how I feel about giving up the Ranger right now. So I've responded to this guy and I told him, yeah, give me a few days to do it. And I tried to get Tammy to sit down and build the Bronco, but she hasn't been interested.
Time's a ticking, man. He's like, hey, man, I got to get this build.
I know. That's why I just don't know. I mean, and it's not like if I decide to not get this one off the line, it's not like I'm not going to be able to find them again.
Well, you're not because, dude, so everything, COVID has really messed everything up, dude.
The computer boards.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. So one thing that no one ever thought about was going to get like huge bottleneck was computer parts and computer processors and graphics cards. You can't find any of that anywhere. I mean, they just released from like September to now. They keep releasing these badass graphics cards, but you can't even buy them. You can't buy them because they get sold out. But not only that, this has trickled into other industries. Like Ford has cars that they cannot finish because they don't have computer chips for their computers. So it's affecting Subaru. It's affecting everybody. So you won't be able to buy. You won't be able to go buy a.
Don't
Ford
mess
Bronco.
with me, dude.
All
Now
right?
you're giving me like this dire situation where I have to pull the trigger on it one way or the other.
Not only that. So let's say you do find it.
Not only that, you have to figure out how to get it before Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
Just
You
wait.
put the down payment down, you put the reservement payment, and if you don't use it, you lose it.
Not only that, it's
So-
there's going to be markups, dude, on Bronco.
Yeah, that's the other thing is
Huge markup.
So once they come out in July, anybody that hadn't
Yeah.
pre-ordered one, they're going to be buying them at $20,000 over manufacturer's sticker price because the dealerships are going to be cranking them up the way they were some of these other vehicles, like the Telluride we talked about.
Wait, if you do the build sheet, can they put a markup on it?
I don't know.
That would suck if they can.
I bet you they could.
Damn, that sucks, dude. Yeah, because they're going to get stupid with those markups, dude. People are gonna pay it too.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
That's the problem.
If I submit it so right now, if I just submit the stock Badlands, it says it's 47. So if I said, all right, here's my build for the stock Badlands, he's like, okay, your retail price out the door is going to be $58.12. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you do at that point? Yeah, Adam says then you
You
walk.
could get a Gladiator Rubicon.
Yeah, get a Gladiator Rubicon, bro.
Frontier.
Yeah, to
Or
be
two
honest,
Frontiers.
Two Frontier.
yeah, I think the Frontier is probably.
It's probably like the dark horse in all this, right? Like,
Well, again, I'm not looking to get rid of the Ranger. The Ranger's perfect. I have no problems with the Ranger. It's totally dialed in. I love driving it every day. I had the option of getting a company vehicle for work. I want to drive my truck, so I could drive my truck every day. And I don't know that there's any reason to get rid of the Ranger just yet, other than I want something new and shiny, but I don't know that that's the best reason.
I'm actually really surprised how you haven't, like, you don't want to get rid of the truck.
Yeah, I've got zero reason to get rid of that truck. I have not had a single thing that I'm like, damn, I wish I didn't have this truck.
No, that truck's awesome, dude. It's just, I thought by now you're probably like, yeah, because the Bronco and all this other stuff was going to come out, and your reputation for trading in cars.
Yeah. Well, I will be honest, the Tacoma, by 6 months in, I was like,
Oh, shit.
But I wasn't driving it every day.
Oh, you had your work.
I still had a company vehicle at the time, and I was driving the company vehicle every day, and I was like, okay, it's just my weekend thing. But because it was uncomfortable and I was unhappy with the suspension, and that's, that is what it is. It was too heavy because of all the stuff that I put on it. I was just like, yeah, cool. It's totally capable, and it wheeled great, but it wasn't like
It wasn't dialed in like your.
It wasn't
Ranger
dialed in
is.
that I wanted to drive it every day. The
Yeah.
Ranger I enjoy driving every day.
Yeah.
Like when we go places, it's rare that we take Tammy's car because I'm like, no, I'll drive the truck. So I just don't.
Okay, so touching on the subject of the heavy ass bumpers that you had on Tacoma, right? I have a bunch of 1.5 by 1.5 square tubing, but it's like thin wall, like 060. But I want to build a front bumper out of it, and I don't know how it's going to look with like square tubing. This guy I know up here has a roller, so I could actually roll it to match the curvature of the front bumper, like once you cut off the bottom part. But I don't know about it being so thin, how well it's going to hold up, and
Yeah,
then how it's going to look being square.
Is it going to be worth the time? Like if it like the very first hit, it just crumbles. I don't know.
Well, what do you think would happen to my stock bumper?
I was
You
just
know
gonna
what I
say,
mean?
yeah,
that's true.
You haven't hit anything with your stock bumper. If anything,
Well, I have.
but you could fabricate a new bumper with more clearance, right?
Right. That's my thing is I want it to be really light. I'm not necessarily worried about mowing shit down in it. I just want the clearance and the approach angle, like you had said, Matt. But I want it to be as light as possible.
yeah. So
But how's
you're not looking for more protection, right? I mean, you just need, if you get into an accident, you're going to have the same amount of protection that you would with the stock bumper.
Yeah.
But to Matt's
I
point,
would
you have
say slightly more. I would say slightly more, but not significantly more. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have
Yeah.
to think it's going to stand up
on the
together.
Tacoma. I had the plate steel front bumper, plate steel rear bumper, and steel sliders, and we would go someplace and Tammy would be like worried about something, and I'm like, look, I'm going to go through whatever truck, whatever vehicles in front of us,
Yeah.
with the exception of a semi, I'm going to be fine.
Dude,
like,
another Tacoma hit you.
well,
They hit the-
I kind of hit it,
Oh,
and it kind of took out the rear quarter panel of their bed.
yeah, but the
And-
scratch on your bumper was like, well, I gotta go.
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. That those. I mean, there's value there, right? But, yeah, I prefer lighter at this point. After that experience, I would rather go lighter bumper than heavier bumper. So to your point,
So do
Casey,
you think it'd be dumb? You think it'd be dumb if I went through the trouble of cutting the bottom half of my bumper off, rolling this thing into a nice arch, and actually building?
no, Matt doesn't think it's dumb because if it works, he's going to want you to do it to his too.
Exactly.
If you do it, he's going to be
I
like, that
probably
looks
have
stupid.
I probably have enough material for both of our trucks, man.
But that's the point being. That's how everybody, when they fabricate bumpers for the Frontier, they cut that bottom half off anyhow. So that's, you'll just the next, if it doesn't work out, you're still gonna, maybe you make a heavier duty one, or you get one from, I think that Desert Runner guy
Yeah.
makes some pretty good bumpers. But whatever, you have to mimic that style anyhow. So
Yeah.
And I
Do you think
can't.
the square would look good?
I'd have to see it.
I'm looking at a picture, and I think because the grill is square and there's enough like square styling on that thing, I think it would look fine. And how hard would it be to go get a replacement bumper from a junkyard, right? I mean, if it went to shit, you just go get a replacement bumper.
Well, if it went to shit, I'd just buy more material and make something better. But
No.
I've had this. I bought all this material because I was going to make a roof rack for the Grand Cherokee. And then right after I got the material, I sold the Grand Cherokee. So I'm like, it's just sitting around. I need to build something with this shit. And what I need right now is a bumper. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll do it.
I think you should, or you could build a chase
Fat
rack for my
bumper
truck.
and before you cut it, I don't know if that's possible.
Somewhat.
Or at least get it started so you can kind of hold it up and see
Yeah.
what it looks like.
All right. Yeah, I know it's not going to be the strongest thing on the planet, but
It can
it's
be,
not going to be any weaker
Yeah,
than the
it's gonna
factory
be
bumper.
weaker.
Yeah. If you don't want to do that, you can build a chase rack for my truck.
Yeah. Well, I have like over 40 feet of this stuff, so
Damn.
How big was the rack you were gonna build?
Yeah.
You like
well,
big
we
racks,
figure
huh?
like a big basket. You know what I mean? Like covering the entire top of the Grand Cherokee.
It was
It's going to
multiple,
be a big basket.
multiple stories high.
It was going to be. It was going to have a mezzanine.
Joe K says he's got some need for some stuff on his trailer. You could go build that too if you're just looking for building something.
Oh, okay.
No, I think you should
Yeah,
do it.
no,
I
it's,
think you should do it and see how it goes.
Yeah. All right, then I guess I'm going to start hacking some stuff up.
All right, you guys
Send us an update tomorrow. See how far you got.
Yeah, I'll send you some pictures of the sliders and the hitch thing that I did, and see how that goes.
So what's the since Casey derailed the conversation? What am I gonna do about this Bronco?
So if you order the Bronco, you say you have to get rid of the truck. You would. Well, then.
I mean, I have a house payment too.
Yeah.
It's I don't see myself in a position making two new car payments, three car payments. Yeah, it just does not make sense.
Because I actually think you'd probably make a little bit of money if you sold the Ranger.
Yeah, I'm sure I could either sell the Ranger or well, I mean, I would probably sell it private party because of the add-ons, and I'm sure I could come out ahead.
Yep.
I don't doubt that, right? It's just and I don't know exactly what I owe on it, and part of me was like, well, I wonder if I could just pay it off because I don't think I owe that much, and then keep it and not have that car payment. But I still don't think that's in the cards. But if I sold the Ranger and took all that, whatever I got out of it, which would be a good chunk, and put it on the Bronco, I don't think my payment would change much, right? So it's not a matter about you know what I mean. It was like it would balance itself out. It's more about do I want to give up the truck for the SUV?
Because then you have two SUVs.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got the Durango, and then I would have this, and like. So I haven't dug into the specs, but they have like the base model, and my understanding is you can add like the Sasquatch package to any vehicle.
You can, but I think that one's pretty bare bones.
Yeah. So they have the Big Bend, which they call mainstream off-roading, Black Diamond adventure off-roading, and then Outer Banks off-roading in style, Badlands extreme off-roading, then the Wild Track, which is the high speed Mojave, and then the first edition, which is $57,000 to start.
That's it.
So yeah. So I mean something like the Black Diamond or Outer Banks, it starts under 40. If I got
but that Sasquatch package is like $6 or $7 grand.
But I don't know that you need it on that. Like for example, if you did the Outer Banks, does it already come with the locker?
No.
None of them have locker?
Doubt it.
No. You need the Sasquatch package for lockers.
So you're saying go with like the Big Bend, which is the mainstream off-roading for 38, and then I'd have to add the hardtop.
I think if you price it out, dude, I think your best bet is to go with the Badlands with Sasquatch.
But that's like $50K.
Hey, dude, you got to pay to play, man.
I don't got to pay shit. I got to do my Ranger.
Right. You don't have to pay anything.
You brought it up.
I'm trying to get you guys to talk me out of it. That's what's happening.
He just did. He just said the one you have to get is $50K.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, see, I'm not liking the sound of that number. I think I'm going to keep the Toyota.
Yeah,
I think the Land Cruiser. You know what? I'm not even buying a new car anymore.
The Sasquatch package is $5K.
$5K.
So if I did
what's the base model called?
Base.
Yeah. Just get a base with the Sasquatch.
Which my understanding is that like was people were talking about that. Like that's the best option because
it's still going to run you $38K.
So for this is lease for financing.
What does a base cost starting at?
God damn, it's expensive. So I'll go back. The base. I'm gonna build and price my Bronco here. So the base is $28,500.
Does it have Apple CarPlay?
No, it probably has roll-up windows like the Sport, like you know what I mean. And then the Big Bend, which they said is mainstream off-roading, is $33,000 to start. Oh, that's 2-door. Sorry, hold on.
Oh,
4-door.
That's cheap.
Yeah, 4-door base is $33,000.
Oh, there you go. See.
A 4-door Big Bend is $36,000. 4-door Black Diamond is $38,000. 4-door Outer Banks is $41,000. And a 4-door Badlands is $44,600. I know, starting. So then you add the Sasquatch package on the Badlands, you're at $50K. So you know, You go down to the Black Diamond or Big Bend, and I don't know what's in either of those.
Yeah, John G is just like, yeah, just get a new louder sound system for the Land Cruiser. They don't even buy a new car. Just buy a bigger Bluetooth speaker.
So I don't know. I haven't had the time to sit down and think about it a lot, but the one thing I keep coming back to is I remember why I stopped driving an SUV and got a truck. And it was because of not having the space when we go on camping trips. The bike, I can't. I mean, I'd have to get a rack.
Yeah, yep.
I'd have to get a tailgate rack. I mean, a hitch rack for
you see me when I have to like put the seats down to my
put
truck.
the seats down, take the wheel
I
off.
gotta take the wheel off.
Yeah. So I just stand my bike up in the back. So yeah, I have a hard time. I have a hard time. I don't think I can give up the Ranger right now to get a Bronco. I think the only way we get a Bronco is if I convince Tammy to trade in the Durango.
But you guys just got that.
You should have just let your parents borrow the Ranger, and then they could have just wrecked it for you, and then, then you could have had it. It wouldn't have been an option. That'd have been your own.
Mom says she's buying a Bronco as soon as they sell the house.
Yeah, but I could see her getting the Bronco Sport. I don't see her getting a Bronco.
Yeah, she's gonna get the Sport. Yeah, she's gonna get the Sport.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation we have to have off the air about what our plans are this weekend to help them move.
Well,
good time.
my parents are moving to Texas, so that automatically means I'm going to be driving stuff out to Texas.
Oh, man. Oh.
They didn't mention it, but I already knew when they were telling me. I was like, oh, cool.
If my parents were moving to Texas and they were like, hey, we need you to drive stuff to Texas, I would go, here's $500 to pay someone to drive stuff to Texas. Like, I'm not doing it. I'm not. What's it cost for a one-way trip on a U-Haul to Texas?
It's going to be one of those, like, because I did it when I went to Texas. I did it just a weekend. Like, I literally drove. I left like at 4 a.m. on a Saturday. Got there around noon or whatever, or no, like a little bit after 3 or something. I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to just do a weekend, drive out there.
Get a one-way U-Haul. Drive the U-Haul out and get in a plane and come home.
That's what I'll probably end up doing.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Is just like you said, leave it.
Do you remember doing that? Do you remember doing that to me, Cody? When I was supposed to go to Hawaii and you were supposed to take me to LAX. And it was the night before you were supposed to pick me up. You said, never mind. I'm having a taxi pick you up.
Yeah, I did. That's
Bro,
right.
LAX from here is like a 3-hour ordeal.
And I had to, it was something like I had to work late the night before or something happened. And I had told him I was going to pick him up. And I was like, I got online and got one of those super shuttles. And I'm like, what's your address, dude? They're going to pick you up. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
It was like early too. You had to pick me up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. Or something like
and
that.
I forget something happened like the day before. And I just couldn't do it. And I was like, I felt bad. I'm like, I promised him I'd pick him up. You know what? Super shuttle. Here we come.
Yeah, dude. I've done enough LAX runs where I'm like, you know what? How much does it cost? Whatever it costs, I'll pay.
Yeah.
It's like a 6-hour thing, dude.
Yeah, it is. It is. I would rather, so I can get to the Ontario airport in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And get through the whole check-in thing in another 20 minutes.
Right.
I would rather take a flight from Ontario to Phoenix
to
do a connector. Yeah, to do a connector, or Dallas to do a connector to go someplace than to drive to LA.
Me too.
Yeah, I hate it. So I don't know. I don't know what I think in having the conversation, I've talked myself out of pulling the trigger on the Bronco.
Yeah, and you guys have talked me into try to getting the Gladiator for the Mojave trip.
Well, if you've got the Gladiator for the Mojave Trail, we'll have the Frontiers, the Ranger, and the Gladiator. We're gonna have to do some Kessel Run madness to see.
Yeah, only if I can get some new coilovers, man. My coilovers are not fantastic.
No.
I think they're just like I think it's like an OEM coil with like a OEM length Bilstein strut.
Hey, tell Susan to stop doing dishes. Susan, stop doing dishes.
Oh, babe.
We have a high end
professional
media
shows.
production here.
wrong?
and the help in the background doing dishes is not helping with our ratings.
Yeah, it's real high end, dude. You got one guy with his wife washing dishes in the background, and then the other guy with the elliptical machine in the shop. Real high end production.
Super
here,
high end production here. So your coils aren't, are they bottoming out or what?
I don't know. They're just I don't have that much confidence in them. I don't think that they're. I just don't think they're that good. They don't feel as good as I think it could feel if I got some higher quality.
That's what she said
coil.
for sure. That's what she's.
So I'm looking at some rad flows probably.
Radflow, Iron Man makes.
I'm looking at the Iron Man too at the foam cell.
Yeah, I don't know. We talked to them and they. I'm just looking. They have rear foam cell shocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Their whole kit is like $1,600.
Yeah, for the whole foam cell 2-inch lift.
I've heard good reviews, man, on those kits.
Yeah,
All the forum posts that I've read, they're good, dude.
I would absolutely tell you to go Icon, but it took 6.5 months to get Mads. They were custom built.
Yeah, they had to get Skunk Works to get those built, dude. Like,
Yeah. I'll tell you, they work great though.
They do.
Yeah,
They do.
I mean, there's.
I would totally get those if I thought I could, but
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. Jose and we were talking about that today. Like, I haven't had much conversation with those guys recently, and that's mostly my fault. I've been so busy, I haven't reached out to them. But I mean, you've got
maybe that's a good conversation starter. Is hey, look, we need another set of Nissan coilovers.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I feel like there's options for you, between some of those different ones. And then Jose's going to have to, but if you get the Mojave
I wouldn't need to do anything to it.
Yeah, so I was going to say, if you got the Mojave, it didn't sound like you would need.
It has 2.5 reservoir shocks.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like and it's got a lift over Rubicon, so it's got a 2-inch, 3-inch.
It's like 1.5 inches.
Yeah, so I mean, if all you need to do is put on,
I just have to do 35s. That's it. 38s. Nah, 35s. I still need to keep it drivable.
Yeah.
I can't re-gear it. I wouldn't want to re-gear it already. I don't know what's that hassle.
I would say throw 35s on it and be done.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That's the plan.
I don't think you'd need to re-gear with 35s.
No, I don't think so. Not with that 8-speed.
Oh, 8? Yeah, I've got 10. Whatever. Tacoma's got 3. My
Lancer has 4.
The Frontier has 4.
Yeah, but the Frontier is zippy, fast, faster, and fastest. That's the 4 gears you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot to think about, huh?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and no. I mean, again, I think I just need to have one more conversation with Tammy to see if she's even interested. Because I feel like every time I bring it up, she's like, yeah, whatever, I'll look if you want me to. Like, but I don't. It's not like
she has zero interest.
Yes, she has zero interest in it because she knows. She also knows that if she got the Bronco as her quote daily, that there's no way in hell it's not getting on the dirt sometime soon. If she got her Bronco on the daily, I'd say, all right, babe, we're doing Mojave on Memorial Day weekend. Pack your stuff in your Bronco. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam was like, he said he disagrees about just slapping on 35s. He said he felt the hit with 35s.
Really?
Yeah, but look where I'm coming from. Look at my baseline, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Adam's hit, yeah. Adam, well,
Yeah.
but didn't he come from a Land Cruiser as well?
Yeah, he did. But he didn't really, I don't know. I don't know the story, but apparently he put a new motor in it and then it took a shit on him. Then he sold it for.
Isn't that what you do with Land Cruisers? Don't you just put new stuff in them and they run forever?
And then
I'm not saying you won't feel it. You won't feel it.
Yeah, if you're
but I
gonna
don't
feel
think it's
hit,
gonna be like, oh my god, it's undrivable
yeah, it's
anymore.
like I got to floor it everywhere I go.
Yeah. So now his
No, I don't
average
think so.
speed is going to go from 27 to 38. I mean, it's like,
I'm actually gonna hit the speed limit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I might get a ticket now.
Yeah, I don't imagine there'd be a problem with 35s. Just
don't think
get that Mojave. Look, we've made the decision here.
The Mojave.
Get the Mojave.
The decision's been made.
Get the Mojave.
Tribunal has
Throw
spoken.
38s. I mean 35s on there. Billy's saying that his wife runs 37s on the factory 410 gears and gets 20 miles per hour with no issue.
Miles per hour.
20 miles per gallon.
Is what I said. Well, I mean, Jose will get 20 miles per hour. Look, just get the Mojave with 35s on there.
Yep.
Right? Why do we need to wait till June? Let's just.
You're right.
We know
What are we waiting
we've
for?
made
Let's
this
go right
decision.
now, dude. Probably get a deal because they want to close.
We've made this decision. I don't understand what we're waiting on.
Yeah, I gotta talk to the main tribunal person.
Why's it gotta be tribunal?
Well, I mean, we spoken. You guys have spoken.
Oh, okay. So do I need to make a phone call? Let's get her live on the air.
Yeah.
I don't think she would
Let's
appreciate
get it.
that.
No.
Let's
she
get it
won't.
before the weekend and go hit up Cleghorn Saturday.
like we did with my truck, dude. I still tell that story.
Oh, yeah,
how
dude.
I got
I
my
did-
truck like on a Tuesday, and by Thursday we scratched the shit out of it on Cleghorn.
I never posted up that video. Your first reaction.
Oh no!
Remember we stopped and I'm like, so let's talk about it. Like, I never posted.
Oh,
it.
that's
it's like
right.
7-minute video.
That's right.
What
We
do I
sat
do?
down on the
IGTV.
yeah.
I'll put it on there.
Put it up there. Whatever. But yeah, Matt was like, I think we need to get this thing on the dirt before you put the suspension on it. And like that Thursday or Friday night,
Yeah,
we just
we went
bombed
just-
Cleghorn in the dark.
Man, that stock Ranger, that ass end really
It
likes
was
to
all
bounce,
over
dude.
the place. Yeah, it was twerking.
It was.
I'm a twerker. That's the only thing, Casey. When I saw that Mom and Dad got the FX4, that was the one thing I thought about. Was like
They
the
probably
back
didn't
end's a
need
little bit bouncy. Like
They probably
it's
didn't need it. I think.
no,
should've
they
went-
didn't need the FX4. All they needed was a 4-wheel drive.
They should have just got the Sport like Jeremy did.
Yep, sport
with the
4-wheel
locker,
drive. Yeah. So that back end is going to bounce a little bit, but whatever, they'll be all right.
I don't know. Mom said she loves it. I was already trying to talk her into a lift and sliders. And
No.
she said, no, you could do that to my Bronco when I get it.
All right. Well,
There you go.
Look at Mom all fired up.
Well, back when they had the F-150, she kept telling me, I want bigger tires on my truck. And I thought, okay, we can do whatever you want, Mom. And then Dad ex-nayed that real quick.
Yeah, I want some money to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, stay tuned. We'll see what's going to happen here with Jose's Mojave. Come on,
Mojave for Mojave.
you gotta have it. You gotta. If you don't have the Mojave at Mojave,
I don't
you
show
can't
up.
come
Yeah,
to
don't
Mojave.
even show up.
Yeah, you don't
I
even.
thought it was the Mojave.
Yeah,
The
Mojave for
The
Mojave. dude.
Mojave.
The Mojave.
If you don't have the Mojave, buy the Mojave, then you can't go with the Mojave.
Look, I finally convinced her to buy it. Now I think I can convince her to move up the timetable a little bit.
Dude, I don't know. I don't know what kind of smooth talking you're doing at home because I don't know how you convinced her.
Dude, it's not. I'm making it seem like she was like not for it. It's just we both
Like
didn't
it's her idea.
we just both didn't want a car payment. I don't even want another car payment. It's like I'm highly debating it, but at the same time, I want.
So
Apple
then
CarPlay.
so then why get a brand new vehicle with the highest car payment?
Because I don't want enough. I bought used. I bought new. I'd rather have the warranty.
CarMax, dude, get a 2-year-old vehicle
But
from
that's
CarMax.
the thing, though. That's the thing. I'm not. The savings isn't enough to where it would justify buying a used one. Like we saw it do that. They wanted $44K for that used one and it had 5,000 miles.
You're
on it.
you're knocking 2 payments off.
Yeah,
That's the difference between
I
a
might as
brand
well just
new
get a
and
new
a
one.
used.
Yeah. It's-
Might as well get one that hasn't been farted in yet.
Exactly, dude.
Like that the first time you let it go, it's like, cool. I'm the first one to fart in this truck.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you're like, yes.
No, everybody knows that. Like right when it rolls off the line, they have a designated farter at the end of the end of the assembly line. He
that's
just
just-
drops one in.
That's just Ford.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
tradition.
That's how they get you. The
When you go to buy it, you just gotta like open the door and immediately go, dude, it smells like farts in here.
You got to knock some money off.
You're gonna have to knock some money off.
And that's true, Rock. The the interest rates too are worse with used.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
yeah.
true. I'm just saying you're worried about a car payment and you're going to get the biggest car payment you could possibly get.
Well, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well just go all in, dude. You know?
Yeah, I guess.
I'd do it. I'd do it, Jose.
Thanks,
that
man.
was the coolest truck. I would buy that truck for sure.
Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the truck. I mean, it's amazing, but he was just saying
The 37s.
he didn't want a car payment.
You got to do the 37s.
Did the Icon has 37s on theirs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they
37s because I believe that they regeared it and we jumped it.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It jumped it good.
I don't know. You could get a 2020 Ram Rebel for $45.
I'm good, thank you.
You don't want that Ram Rebel, full size Ram Rebel?
No, because then it's not as capable.
Says who?
Me.
Oh. All right. Well, apparently we all have some money we're trying to spend and we don't know what to spend it on.
Yeah.
So
I don't have any money.
First world
I don't have
problems.
any money. When do I get my money to spend?
yeah, I would have to sell my truck to spend money. I don't want to do that.
Fucking crickets.
Damn it. Because I don't know what to tell you, dude. What do you want me to tell you?
Congratulations, you won the lotto?
No. No, I'm trying to. Wow. CarMax has a 2020 Jeep Gladiator Sport S for $44
That's crazy, dude.
with 12,000 miles on it.
See, that's ridiculous. No.
Yeah.
Hard pass, dude.
Yeah.
That's 12,000 miles. Someone farting in that thing. No, thank you.
Dude,
Those are hard.
That's a hard 12 right there.
Farts.
a 2019 Tacoma TRD Pro with the snorkel and everything is $44.
No.
It really surprises me that you. I mean, we joked about it last week about the Tacoma's not even on the list,
Nah.
but for a long time, dude, dude.
Dude. That was the truck that I've wanted.
Yeah, I know.
But it's like lackluster now
Yeah,
compared to everything else.
I wonder if we piss people off, Tacoma owners, when we say
Maybe we probably lost all
that. Seven of the 21 listeners.
We lost a third of our listeners.
So anyway, stay tuned for Jose's.
Yeah, Mojave.
Mojave.
For Mojave.
You can get it, dude. You can get a Kia Telluride for $43.
Nice, dude.
I bet that thing will do Mojave well. Stay tuned for Jose's purchase and my story of how I had to call the guy at the Ford dealership and tell him I didn't want that Bronco anymore. Unless I can convince my wife to do it. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
Good luck.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Casey, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. I just figured we didn't have any interviews or anything. I wanted to hear your story about the Frontier and Mom's truck. So everybody in the chat room, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys next week. All right, guys. We're going to end the stream. We're going to end the stream now.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for hanging out. Billy, Perry G, Mark,
Adam,
Dave, Shy was in there. Dave, Rob was in there. Tim was in there for a little bit early on until he had to go to work. Joe K was there.
Corey,
Mark, Shy. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We're going to end the stream, and we will talk to you guys next week.
See ya.
John G.